Welcome once again to CS101 Computer Fundamentals, where we put the fun in fundamentals. We're almost done with PPT2, and they talk about putting notes on each slide, so we're going to show that, and they also add slide numbers. I'm going to show you, they do it by doing the insert slide number. There's also an easy way you can modify the master slides, and that's actually what slide numbers are doing. So let's bring up PPT2. Going to my recent, there's my recent PPT2, and I keep telling it, yes, make it the default, and I'm going to keep telling it that until it stops asking me. Maybe I'll dig around and figure out why it keeps asking me. PPT2 recent. Here's my slide. Most things are done, but we want to add some notes to it, and I need to shrink that slide just a tiny bit because the little bottom of the PowerPoint is not showing on the recording. There we go. Wait, oh, it didn't want to let me go down. I can't drag it to the very top or it wants to maximize it. If I let go there, good. There's where we turn on showing the speaker notes. Right there at the bottom means show that little area of speaker notes. And to make it larger, I can drag that and enlarge my notes. In the book, they give us the notes to place. Now, I'm not going to be super fussy on what notes you have the exact wording, but let's go back to the book here, and where does it show us the speaker notes? Oh, and here's the assignment list. Just a reminder, next week is coming up the midterm. But let's look at where they want to put notes here. We have our communication plan. Oh, I'm already at the number part. Let's go to the notes part. There we go. On the create an emergency supply slide, we want to add the note, the kit should contain these various things. Now, because I have the electronic book, I can just copy paste that. And then over in PowerPoint, let's see if it lets me paste that into my notes. And that is on this one, create a supply kit, because there are many things that the speaker wants to remind them of, and as the speaker being interactive with his audience, might even take suggestions from the audience. So over here in speaker notes, remember they normally won't show, they'll look like that. Just clicking this basically just enlarges that area slightly. I'm going to paste the notes in here. Oh, it doesn't let me paste. So let me try it. Oh, it's not letting me paste. Well, that's strange. Well, I'll have to read this then. The kit should include flashlight, whistle, water, radio, batteries. Flashlight, whistle, water, radio, fresh batteries. What else? Some food, 3-day supply of food, 3 gallons of water, some clothing. Tools, first aid kit. And in their disaster supply kit, all I see there is a first aid kit. So the picture is only first aid. There are other things there. And let's see, can I adjust my font size in my notes? Oh, it looks like I can. I'll make them a little more readable for you. Well, it says font size, but it doesn't have an effect. That's interesting. Right click. I hadn't noticed that before. You can change your font size in your notes, but it will not enlarge it. Maybe when I print it out, they'll be large. So that's the notes on that one. You might add to that specific tools. I would put in there like a knife. Perhaps if I were in a wild area, I might need some ammunition, and if I needed to get some hunt down some food myself. Fishing kit if I'm in the watery areas and I need to survive for a while. You could have a lot of things, and you could even have here take suggestions from the audience as your speaker notes. Or you could have a link to a particular page that had a cute video to show when you're discussing what to include. All those things can go in your speaker notes. Okay, and that was the speaker notes for that one. They had also suggested notes on slide 3 about 1, meeting place near the home, 2nd, outside the neighborhood, or and have a relative on your list. So that would be on the slide 3 regarding meeting places. And because I had notes open, it shows that one, placeholder. 1 near the home, 1 outside of neighborhood, include a relative as or contact information. One willing out-of-state relative. And I think they also put notes on the very last page. Yep, for the very last page, they mentioned FEMA. Go to FEMA for additional information and www.ready.gov. So on the last page, add to the notes there. Remind them of FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. And www.ready.gov. If it were very important, I would make sure to show it on my slide. But since we're putting in speaker notes, those are usually things that, okay, the slide would get too busy if I added it to the slide. But if I really wanted them to remember this, I would probably make a slide with just that website on it and have them write it down. So speaker notes are more suggestions for the speaker. If you find that the audience is always asking for this website and they're forgetting it, I'd be making a slide about it. So that's it for our notes. We're almost done with it. The next thing we want to do is add slide numbers to our slides. After doing the regular spell checking. So they talk about doing your whole spell checking, looking for the red squigglies, and we've done that as we've typed. Now we want to add slide numbers, and it's over on the Insert menu. So let's see how that's done here. We're going to finish up adding slide numbers just to make it look a little more professional, and the template determines where the slide numbers are going to appear. The design template, and usually they're at the bottom left or right. But we find that out by going to Insert, and we're looking for slide numbers here. Am I finding it? There it is. I think it's right there. Yeah, Insert slide numbers. If you have a larger window, those will be expanded like they are in the book. They have a separate pound sign, a little icon. So slide numbers, and we're going to put it, I think we're just turning on slide number. Let me check to see what they want us to do. Yeah, we just check the slide number, and looks like it's going to be, oh, they also don't want to show on the title slide. So we check slide number in the insert slide numbers, and we do don't show on title slide, and then we click apply to all. So remember how that's done: insert, slide numbers, turn on slide number there, don't show title slide, apply to all. And now as we click through our slides, title doesn't have a slide number. This one it's showing, well, it should be showing up. I'm not seeing it.
It's very small. It's down by the, it's that little down.
Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
You have to get rid of the notes and see it.
Huh. So not as visible. Maybe if I play the slideshow, let's see if I see them a little better. There it is. That one I'm not seeing it on. There it is. It showed up finally. Okay. Kind of hard to see. They placed it kind of tiny. If they were all that important, I would have made them larger. And we'll, in the next project, I'll be showing you how to edit the master slides to make a nice little subtitle on all your slides. So this one is done. We're going to save it, and we're going to upload the PowerPoint. But I wanted you to do one more thing. When we talked about speaker notes, rather than make you go print out speaker notes, I want you to learn how to do one other thing I found very useful. Printing to a PDF that you can have emailed to all your friends. You can have it in your own Google Documents. You don't have to have PowerPoint to see it. We're going to put our speaker notes in a PDF that we can even bring up on our phone as we review for our presentation. So once you have your slide numbers in there with some speaker notes, then go ahead and do a File, Print, and you're creating the second file for uploading to your assignment. So we have the PowerPoint we're going to be uploading. We're also going to print. I have a special printer called Foxit Reader PDF Printer. You have a printer called Microsoft to Print to PDF, Microsoft Print to PDF. You are actually selecting that printer to the to PowerPoint. It thinks it's sending it off to a printer, but it actually will generate a PDF file. But we're not done yet. We want to tell it what to print. We don't want to just print our slides. We're going to print our speaker notes. And where are they? We are going to, right there, we're going to print our notes pages. It's called notes pages. So what to print is right here. The selected printer, make sure it's the Microsoft Print to PDF when you do File, Print. And then we're going to tell it print the notes pages, and you see all your choices there. If you wanted to have little thumbnails of your slides for handouts, you could have done that as well. And you'll often see slides. I most often, in professional presentations, they will have at every place as you come to sit and watch this presentation that you're paying lots of money for typically, they will have a 3-ring binder with all the notes, all the slides, and as they go through presentation, I love just taking notes next to the slide that they're talking about. But we're just printing out the notes pages for ourselves, and we're sending it to the Microsoft Print to PDF. Now when I click print, instead of actually printing it on paper, it's going to be generating my PDF, and it's asking me where to put it. I'm going to go put it over in my cs101 folder. So after you have your speaker notes and your slide numbers, save that PowerPoint and also do a print to PDF. And I'm going to have it the same name, Manning PPT2, but it's going to be the PDF file of my speaker notes. And I'm just going to add to that speaker notes just to remind me that's what's in this file.
So after we change it, do we actually hit print?
Yeah, then you actually hit print, and it will actually ask you where to put the PDF file.
Oh, okay.
So to PowerPoint, it thinks it's printing, but then the PDF, print to PDF comes up, and once it's done printing, it'll actually open the PDF just to show you what that PDF file looks like. And so the first 2 pages had no notes, and now I see I have my notes that I'd added. And see, my slide numbers are off. I've just learned that even though I have a hidden slide, it actually will print the hidden slide, and it starts numbering on that hidden slide. So that's one problem. If you do have hidden slides, they will contribute to the slide numbers and perhaps confuse people thinking they're missing a slide. So there's one reason not to use hidden slides. And there you have it. That's PowerPoint 2 completed. Created a disaster plan, played with images, a little bit more with pictures, speaker notes. We started with a theme that someone else had created for us, and all those slides are in there. You do not have to have the hidden slide, and I just realized if I'm going to use paid numbers, skip the hidden slides. They mess you up. And then we're done with PPT2. Any questions about PPT2? You have 2 uploads, the PowerPoint and that PDF of the speaker notes. And you can do that. You don't, and that's available. That PDF printer is available to any program on your computer that can print. You can tell it, instead of going to paper, give me a PDF of that. One thing that I've done that with is that we print a picture. We print all your ID pictures out for all the teachers to try to get to know you better. I use Access to generate that, and I print it to a PDF file, and that's what the form is all given to all the faculty to use to get to know you. That was all done printing out of Access rather than printing it to hard copy. And PDFs are used worldwide. Anyone on any decent computer can read PDFs. All right, so that's it for PPT2. I'm going to close down PPT2 just to save PowerPoint, just to save my memory. And we're going to do something outside the book, an alternative to PowerPoint. We're going to be using Prezi, but before we go jump and do a quick little Prezi project, let's search for alternatives to PowerPoint. Alternative. How about just PowerPoint alternative? Prezi hit the top of my list when I did this search, but there were 4 other programs. Let's see what this guy recommends. This is at PC World, which I generally trust as the source. Make use of, I'm not sure about that. These other ones, I'm not sure. And look at Prezi even shows up as one. Let's see what this guy says. Since I trust PC World, they recommend, besides Prezi, let's see what else they recommend here. I have never heard of this, Haiku Deck. It's for an iPad. And one good feature of that, lots of free artwork into that. I've never heard of Pixa, again, for the iPad. Keynote is the presentation for Macs and iPads. And there is Prezi recommended, which we're going to play with. Here's one he mentions for an Android called SoftMaker. How many have an Android device? Are you all iPhone users? Android. Okay, so it might be fun to give that a little try. Notice he did not mention the LibreOffice. That hasn't made the top list. So if you just wanted to search for alternatives, there's others that are shown if you do that search. But notice there, Prezi has been hitting the top list, and many students have learned Prezi. So let's just go to Prezi.com, Prezi with a Z. And in order to create one, it does want you to establish an account, but it's all free. And when I log in, I'm already logged into my Gmail. Oh, I thought it would have a login with Gmail. I can log in with my Facebook user, but rather than have it post to all my friends that I'm using Prezi now, which what will likely happen if you log in using Facebook, I'm just going to, I've already established an email. I think it's my A. Manning email. Let's see if it lets me in. Go ahead and, if you don't have an account, just start a free one. Or if you're welcome, if you want to link it to your Facebook account, then you don't have to remember a new user password. What we're going to do is create just a quick new Prezi, see how far we can get, just doing a little map. These are the previous ones we've done. I'll show you, while you're getting Prezi going here, while you're getting logged in, I'll show you a Prezi we've done in the past here. This is last October. Let me view this one.
It's a free public account, right?
Yeah. To have a private account, they make you, I believe they want you to pay for it. Now here's how Prezi works, and this is why the guy loved it. it makes you, just the way Prezi works, it kind of makes you look at the big picture, and as you do your slides, you're jumping into pieces of the big picture. And your little slides are, you're gliding from piece to piece on the big picture. And you can see with PowerPoint, you can put anything, any random things on any slides and go in any order. With Prezi, it's kind of making you think as you go, here's where we're going in the big picture from piece to piece. And so it's like a built-in, your transition between slides is always a fly from one slide to another. And I'm going backwards this way. And so what you're doing is placing text and information on different parts of a big map. And your transition is always sliding from one to the other. And there's templates of presentations where they're all in a circle, and so it looks like, you know, the next slide is always sliding up from the bottom. All right, so to create a slide like this that basically goes through the first missionary journey, we start with a map, and then we just place slides on the different places on that map, and I'm just using a scripture reference for each one. And I think I may have given you the scripture references. Let's take a look on eLearn. I may have given you those. Let's go look down in the presentation, the Prezi assignment. Look at that. I've given you the scripture verses to use to put on different pieces. So you can just copy and paste. You don't even have to go hunt it down in Online Bible. You can just copy and paste each verse. So before I get going with putting verses on different slides, I'm going to create a first slide and put in an image to put all my slides on. So I'm going back to Prezi, and I'm going to start a new Prezi. So rather than hiding that, I'm just going to close that one. I'm going to go back to my Prezis. I'm going to go create new Prezi. And I'm going to start with a blank one.
Prezi for me says it needs a new flash drive. Am I able to?
Keeps asking you.
It wants your credit.
I don't know. I mean, they want it.
When you want I thought if you had a free one, it didn't ask for that.
I clicked the free file, but still didn't ask for it. So I don't know.
Can you go back to where?
This is the page I have to go to. It's like, here's a login. I didn't sign up.
I think you can skip. Don't do the free trial because I think that's wants your information. Go back another page. Do the sign up again. First, is there bottom one student? Want to try to log in with Facebook?
Sure, I guess I'll go with that.
See what it does there. Go back to the login with Facebook. And we need Flash over here, so.
Well, I'm gonna try maybe it'll work.
It hasn't compliant yet. It looks like it's doing it.
No, that's weird though. Firefox is getting on.
Yeah. So we need to update Flash on that. We'll make a note of that. Now, rather than starting with the template, I'm just going to do a blank Prezi because I want to learn how to do all this. So I'm going to start with a blank Prezi. And as you find it's fairly user-friendly. What you're doing is you have these things called frames. Everything is a frame. And but before we start putting text in our frames, we're gonna put the map, and then we're gonna have these frames placed behind them. I can grab the edge of my frame and adjust things, and I can click to add text. But I want to insert on my first slide, and this is going to be my, basically treat it as my main map of everything. I'm going to go find a map of the Mediterranean area, the biblical New Testament. You could look for missionary journeys, and it has all the lines right on there. So let's go ahead and find an image of the missionary journeys. So I might see if I gave you the link to that. Where did my link go? There's the PPT2 one. What happened to my... I'll say I'm looking for a map. I guess I didn't give you the map, so we'll go to images on Google and look for Paul's missionary journey map. We'll go to images.google.com. And I'll look missionary journey of Paul, and there it is, missionary journey of Paul map. You can choose any of those maps. I like the one that's less cluttered. I think I'll go with this one. That's an easy map. And I select it, and then I right click, save image. Oh, no, I bet you I don't even need to save it. I think I can just get the map of it. Let me just do copy image location instead of save image. And let's see if I just give it the URL, insert image. Let's see if it lets me feed it the URL. Right there. See if that'll take it. Ooh, it seems to be, well, no, it looks like it needs to, it can't just give me, I can't just give it the URL. I have to feed it a file. So I have to go back to the page where I found it and right click Save As. I'm saving it to my Downloads Images folder. And now I'm uploading it to the Select Files for inserting image. In Google Docs, I could give it URLs, but it looks like it won't let me do that. So Downloads Images, and there's the map I just downloaded. And now it's a little image right there in the middle of that. I can grab the little hand and move it around, and then I can stretch it. And I can control zoom out. And as I select on things, I can move them around on this main map, and I can grab this and bring it down. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more and click the hand in the middle to move it, and grab the corner of it to stretch it. Looks like it stretches it on center. So there's my first frame, but this image is in front of everything. Let's see if I can put this behind everything. Send to back. There we go. Now I can zoom out just using the roll button. And I can grab that first, I have to click on that first slide, or that first frame. I'm going to move it over here to where they started on their missionary journey from Antioch. I'm going to shrink that down, and that's what it's going to look like as I present. I'm going to move it just a little to the left so I'm seeing the full map. And now I'm going to zoom to that frame. That's what it's going to look like in my presentation. And now I'm going to add my scripture text, which I have over here in the assignment description, Acts 13:2. I'm going to copy, Control-C, come back to my Prezi, and add the text. Let's see, is that where I want to put the text? Yeah, looks like that's where it has to go. I'm going to paste it, and now I can adjust my text. And I need to give it a little color because I'm on top of black and white. Let me, yes.
What assignment
This is the Prezi, PPT Prezi.
Oh.
In the PPT section, but it's just called Prezi, I think.
Okay.
It's, yeah. Prezi presentation is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And there you have all the scripture text. Now see, it's not very readable. I'm going to select through that text, and let's see if I can change its color. I think that would be my color. I'm going to make it stand out a little better on top of that. Let's try red. Not super good. Let's try, can I make the fill of my text be a little better? Let's see, what can I do with that text? Oh, let's see, it looks like, let's try this. What can I do with that? There we go. Selecting the text, I can put a background in the text, make it stand out a little bit. And it's a semi-transparent background hovering over Antioch. Because I want to see the name Antioch, I'm going to move my slide, select on my slide here. Let's see if I can move it here. I want to move my slide up a little bit.
How you change this from?
Select through the text,
Oh,
and then right there you can give it a background. And I accidentally didn't color them red.
How do you get it color?
You have to have the text selected, and then your text properties bar shows up. And you can make it bold, italic, turn it off and on. And the highlighting background on or off. I'm going to keep it on. Now I want to move that slide up, and maybe I have to zoom out a little bit before it'll let me. There we go. Now I want to grab the hand. I'm going to move it up just so I see this title of the city. And I'm going to shrink my frame a little bit on the image. But remember, whenever I view the slide, it's going to zoom into that circle when I actually play my presentation. So whenever I play, it's going to do this thing called zoom to frame. Now I've zoomed a little too much. See how I want it? I want to see that much when I zoom in. So I'm going to adjust my slide a little bit here to get off of it. It's not letting me adjust my slide. There we go. I want to zoom it out just a little bit more so I see the whole city name when I come to my slide. So I'm going to have it something like that. Syrian Antioch. Rolling back, I can zoom out. Now I can add another frame where they will travel. Actually, I'm in the wrong one, aren't I? Is that the right? Did I get the right image? This feels like the second missionary journey, because the first one goes to Cyprus first. So I'll just ignore. I'll leave those arrows there on the map. I won't go hunt for a new map. I'm going to put the next slide over here on Cyprus, because in my presentation I see they arrived at Salamis and then they traveled across the island. This is in Cyprus. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, come back to my Prezi, zoom back in, and I'm going to be putting another slide here on Cyprus on the east side of the island. So I'm going to go do a plus on circle frame, and now I'm going to move it to where I want it to be. I'm going to give it a little rotation just for fun. If I go near a corner and I see the circle-y icon, I can now rotate. And now I'm going to zoom to frame and add the text of the verse. And I think I'll add the text right there. I'm going to paste it, Control V, and adjust it, grabbing that right edge of it. I'm going to increase the font size a little bit and pull in the square so it appears like that. And I'm thinking Again, I'll make it red. Let's see, I think I have to have all the text selected first. Control A. Make it red. And put that highlight behind it. Similar to that first one. Now as I go back to just be clicking in the little map on the left, it'll show me what my presentation is going to do. So this is Prezi going through the big picture with slides showing each along the way. Zooming out a little bit now because I'm going to put the next one at the other end of the island by clicking Add Circle Frame. I can click and drag my frame around. I'm going to click on the hand, bring that one down to this end of the island, and I'm going to rotate it again just to add a little variety to my slide. Now I'm going to click Zoom to Frame and add the text for that frame. And maybe just for fun, I'm going to zoom out here. I'm going to make that a little smaller. Takes a little while to figure out. There we go. I have to select just on the circle. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit to just be at that end of the island. And then I'm going to zoom to frame. And now I'm going to add the text at that end of the island, which is this slide here. They're getting ready to sail, and old John Mark is leaving them. Copy, Control C, back to Prezi, and I'm pasting the text inside of a new text box. So once I'm back on it, I can just click anywhere and it will add text at that location. So I'm going to click on the left side, Control V to paste it, adjust the font size a bit, Control A to make sure I'm adjusting the all, enlarge, enlarge, enlarge. Keep it within my little circle frame and change my color and put the highlight. Oh, yeah, I already had the highlight. You finding Prezi easy enough to do? Now, as you learn it, feel free to, instead of adding a circle frame, you could add a bracket frame or a rectangle or even an invisible frame. If you don't want that border around it, you have the choice of what kind of frame. The default is the circle frame. Zooming out, rolling the mouse button, dragging. The next one, I'm going to be having them arrive on the coast here. So from my scripture, I have them going to Pisidian Antioch and starting their outreach to the Gentiles. And I'm going to skip that extra scripture thing that was maybe a typo. Copy, Control C. And start a new circle frame and move it to the coast. I think I'll just put it right there. And I'm going to rotate it to match the coast. Let's see, is that the right? I think that's the right place. They don't have, in this map, they don't have Pisidian listed. I think that's a good enough place. It shows a coast. And then zoom to frame to add my text to it. Click and paste. And adjust my text to be fitting within that circle. Control A to select it and increase the size and color. This one, since it's already in the nice blue sea, I don't need to put that highlighting around it. I'm going to turn off highlighting for that one because it's already got it nice and readable. So as I play through it, go to the previous one, it flies over to the next one. That's the way Prezi translates. And I bet you if you did some more customizing, you could customize how fast it translated. But we're just going with the defaults here. Just giving you a little taste of Prezi. So see how far you can get This one, I'm not going to be so fussy that you complete all the requirements because I just wanted you to be exposed to this alternative. And if you want to do more, I think you'll find it's very user-friendly. Just working with it, you'll get used to it. And I'm sure you've seen other students using Prezi, and I think they've kind of just picked it up on their own. There's probably a book you could get if you want to learn it in great detail, but I think just using it, you're pretty quick on picking it up. How many have actually used Prezi for a presentation? What do you think, Jared?
Well, it was for a class where we were kind of learning the ins and outs of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know, I'm very particular on what I use it for.
Yeah.
It would have to be something geographical or something where you need the images.
Yeah, because that transition, you can see that might get a little bit, make you a little seasick if you're doing every slide. Oh no, here we go again. Slide to the next one. What do you think, Esther?
I'm kind of an old school kind of person.
So you did one or two with Prezi?
Yeah. I prefer PowerPoint.
The PowerPoint, one slide at a time. Now, one thing about Prezi is you can have a player on, I think, any mobile device. You can download the free Prezi player and I've never tried to edit it on my phone, but you can have a Prezi player. You have your account, and the free account lets you present that right from your mobile. So they kind of had mobile in mind when they wrote this software, but it does force you to think through your topic kind of in a different way. But remember, I don't think you can turn off the transition. So if you just rather prefer, hey, show me text, show me the next slide, you're not going to get that with Prezi unless you do. You can have a plain white background in Prezi, and basically it just slides to the next slide. So you don't have to have a map behind it, but it does add some interesting visual effects. And they have lots of templates. If you started a new one and use a template, they have some pretty neat ones, like you're going around like a clock kind of thing, and each slide kind of rotates in. Kind of a neat effect. So we'll stop there. Go ahead, and all you need to do for this one is to share your Prezi with me. And let's see, I did have you handle. You can have offline Prezi player. Put in your opinion of Prezi compared to PowerPoint. The question here, what format can your presentation be exported? Let's take a look here. If I go to Prezi, and let's see, have I saved this one yet? I haven't given it a name.
Maybe delete a slide. It won't let me get rid of them.
I think you can just click over here and delete. Let me add one, and let's say that's a mistake. Let's see if I could delete that. There it is, right there. If you have to select on it, I can click the trash can right there. Here is the sharing part. You can share the Prezi right here in the little upper right. You can share it, and look, you can download it as PDF or download as portable Prezi. So right up here is share the Prezi. Let's see what I've asked you to do. I've asked you to, send me the offline Prezi. So in your Prezi, the file you need to send me is the download as portable Prezi. So let's just see how that works. It's generating the Prezi. Let's see what happens. And we'll give it the same thing we did before. Just call it last name Prezi for your file name.
Mine says I need to have Prezi Pro.
Okay, if it doesn't let you do that, just go download as PDF. See if it lets you do it's taking forever to do the preparing. I didn't expect it to take so long. I only have 4 slides. Maybe it's that big image. Yeah, do the PDF if it doesn't let you do the portable. It's letting me. Why does it let me? Maybe because I have an old account and they've grandfathered me in. So it's not letting you share it as PDF?
It worked for me because I went to Facebook. When I logged in as Facebook, I guess it worked. I don't know why.
And it looks like it downloads it as a PDF, as a zipped PDF. So I'm just going to download that. Let's see if I share. How about this? If you can't, will it let you share the Prezi? If it won't let you download, can you do a share Prezi? Go ahead and give me the link. If it doesn't let you download, share. Just put in your assignment. Put that link for me, and I will put in here. I will edit this assignment so it allows you to add text to this.
If I could download it, what do you want me to do?
Then just upload it to this Prezi.
Since it's zipped, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, just send me the zip file.
Okay. What should I do with that?
Just last name Prezi. So I'm gonna.
Put the thing.
Yeah. Oh, so it does you to edit? Okay. Yeah. Just put the link. Just put the link to your Prezi if it won't let it upload. I didn't realize it wouldn't let you upload.
And then we can go out. of Prezi.
Yep.
So for answering the online questions, what do you do?
Yeah. Just put it right there in that text.
Okay.
And I'm not asking for a huge paragraph. Just what do you think of it? What's your general impression? It would be easy to use but it would take me a while long to learn. I like the old school PowerPoint. And the rest of your assignment is to have a great day.